1. We are live.
So a very good evening to all of you. On behalf of the Family Benefit Scheme of AIOS, I welcome you all in this panel discussion, and query solving session of FBS, and that is particularly dedicated to West Zonal states, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Goa. And we have with us our chairman, Dr. Quresh Muscati, who is the chairman of FBS AIOS, has been a part of many organizations, especially past president of AIOS. We also have with us Dr. Amit Shah, who is the chairman, Cure Specs Eye Care Laser Limited, well-renowned cataract and refractive surgeon and past president of AGOS. We also have with us Dr. Jignesh Taswala, who is the chairman of Darshan Eye Care Center and honorary president, Maharashtra Ophthalmological Society. We also have with us Dr. Divyang Brahmbhatt, who is again a very active ophthalmologist, active in the state of Gujarat, currently heading it, is the president of AG, All Gujarat Ophthalmic Society. We have with us Dr. Rajesh Mukherjee, who is the vice chairman of FBS AIOS and chairman of Mukherjee Eye Clinic at New Delhi. We also have with us Dr. Ranjit Maniam, who is the immediate past treasurer of FBS AIOS, the guiding force behind all the activities, the senior eye surgeon, Sushrusha Hospital, Dadar Bhatia Hospital, Mumbai. We will be soon joined by Dr. Ragini Parekh, who is the president of BOA, Bombay Ophthalmic Association, and head of the ophthalmological department of JJ Hospital, Grant Medical College. We have with us Dr. Rajesh Joshi, who is the honorary secretary, Maharashtra Ophthalmological Society, senior consultant, O Division Nursing Home at Nagpur. We also have with us Dr. Sanjay Patil, who is private practitioner at Pune. He is the zonal representative, West Zone, FBS AIOS, and is very active in activities of IMA. And today also there is some IMA activity in which he is involved. And we also have with us a very active member, Dr. Jagdish Rana, who is the state representative for FBS AIOS for the state of Gujarat. He is the Honorary General Secretary of AGOS and Medical Director and Consultant Ophthalmologist, Parth Eye Hospital at Ahmedabad. We have with us Dr. Mahendra Thakkar, who is the Honorary Treasurer of AGOS and a Senior Consultant Eye Care Super Specialty Eye Hospital at Vasna, Gujarat. We have with us a young Turk who is very dynamic, is the Dr. Mohak Shah, who is the Vice Chairman, Cure Specs Eye Care Laser Limited. Dr. Swapnesh Sawant, who is the director of Anideep Eye Hospital and past secretary, Bombay Ophthalmological Association. We also have with us Dr. Parth Rana, who is director, Netralaya Super Specialty Eye Hospital at Ahmedabad and a very active member. Dr. Gunjan Tak, who is the assistant professor at AMC MET Medical College, Ahmedabad. Young ophthalmologist, very active. Dr. Kedar Nemiwant, who is the state representative for Maharashtra of FBS AIOS and is a senior consultant at Nemiwant Eye Clinic, Aurangabad. We also have with us Dr. Ravindra Panindikar, who is the state representative of FBS AIOS for Goa. We have with us Dr. Vaishali Une, who is associate professor at SGBG MC Dhule and the president of Aurangabad Ophthalmological Association. We also have with us Dr. Sumit Lahane, again a young dynamic ophthalmologist from Mumbai, assistant professor, regional institute of Mumbai JJ Hospital and the honorary general secretary of Bombay Ophthalmological Association. We have with us another dynamic lady, Dr. Naga Harur, who is at the Manav Kalyan Kendra Dombiveli and is the ARC member of AIOS West Zone and very active member in FBS as well. We have with us Dr. Sandeep Arora, who is the chairman scientific committee AGOS and director Sparsh Netralaya Ahmedabad. We also have with us Dr. Sheetal Agarwal, who is practicing ophthalmology at Jalgaon, Maharashtra. And we, of course, we have with us Dr. Anil Kumar Singh, who is a senior consultant at Sai Surya Netra Seva Ahmednagar. Again, a very active member and very dynamic. And with me, my co-moderator, Dr. Sarat Babu, who is the treasurer of FBS AIOS and chairman, Sarat Maxivision Group of Hospitals at Warangal. And I'm Dr. Rajesh Sinha, Honorary Secretary of FBS AIOS. And I am sorry, what's gonna help me? I'll share it once again. And before we actually start our discussion, we will just have the we'll just like to have the introduction of the FBS AIOS from our chairman.
Dear friends, I am Dr. Rajesh Sinha, Honorary General Secretary, FBS AIOS. Do you know about FBS? Let's know about it from Dr. Quresh Maskati.
This is Dr. Maskati, and I want to tell you a little bit about the family benefit scheme of the AIOS.
This is a mutual help scheme which is run by the members and for the members. In fact, it is a unique scheme whereby your contribution helps to secure the future of others and vice versa.
As against that, the death benefit to your family is a staggering 23 lakhs now, and it will continue to grow as more and more members join the scheme. As a matter of fact, actuaries have vetted this scheme and have found that this is superior to any insurance product in the market today. It is extremely easy to join. You can do it offline or you can do it online by simply logging on to www.fbsaios.in. There is a very small joining fee.
And yes, if you join earlier, your contribution will be lesser.
It is important that you join now before you become age barred. So what are you waiting for? Join the FBS AIOS today. It is in your interest and in that of your family.
So that was a brief introduction about FBS AIOS, and I would request our chairman, Dr. Quresh Maskati, if he wants to add something on this.
Just for those who are seeing this film for the first time, just want to add that this is an excerpt from about an 8-minute long film. So it was shot at a pre-COVID era about 3-4 years ago, but it's equally relevant. The excerpts that Rajesh has chosen are equally relevant today, and nothing much has changed. It has just become better than it was 3 or 4 years ago. Go ahead, Rajesh.
Thank you, sir. So we have with us Dr. Jignesh Taswala, who is the president of Maharashtra Ophthalmic Society. And I would like to have his opinion. Sir, you have been very active in your social security scheme that you, or indemnity scheme that you have started in Maharashtra. Would like to have your opinion on FBS, that people should join FBS.
Yeah, this was the concept which was made by, I think, Dr. Sambasiva Rao way back when this was introduced to the AIOS members. It has rightly evolved now into a phase where more and more members can definitely take benefit of this scheme. And as you rightly said, sir also said, 23 lakhs is a good amount for the benefit of your family at a very minimum premium that you're going to pay. And as the membership drive increases, this premium amount is also going to come down. The fraternity benefit is huge. So I also appeal to all the members who are watching this webinar at the moment, and in future, as it's going to be uploaded on the AIOS website, to definitely take active part and see to that, in case they have not yet become the members, they should become the members on this. On a similar lines, we also had a professional indemnity. The way you have indemnify yourself in professionally, this is for your own family, where after you are this thing, they get a good amount of benefit. And that is the scheme which has been created for you and you only as an AIOS member. This is what I would like to say.
Thank you, sir. We also have with us Dr. Devyang Brahmbhatt, who is the president of All Gujarat Ophthalmology Society. So we would like to have his comments on this.
Very good evening, everybody. And there's too much already we have the knowledge of this scheme. Because I would like to add this one thing. I am the member of this scheme since the beginning. I advise all the youngsters as well to join the scheme as early, so it can be benefited to all the members of our society. So better to join early than later.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. We have also been joined by Dr. Amit Shah. Sir is also in another meeting. So the moment he will join us, we will have his opinion. Meanwhile, I will request, we have recently launched a new scheme for the benefit of ophthalmologists. And I will request Dr. Mohak Shah to tell us about the new scheme that has really created a buzz over the last couple of months. And we would like to have the details from Dr. Mohak Shah about the new scheme. Mohak, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rajesh, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
I think I still remember it was last April when I was diagnosed, with the COVID. It was such a deadly wave. It took a lot of toll on me personally. So I can understand how it is taking to the other normal people and our ophthalmologist colleagues. So I really appreciate this new scheme, which is put up forward by the FBS AIOS people. And we all know, just like me personally, I had to take remdesivir, I had to take steroids, I was admitted for 7 days. So everybody had this personal and the financial impact. And all our fellow ophthalmologist colleagues were also part of it. So that is why this scheme has come in forward. There is a lot of attractive discount. I would say it is more than 80%. And there's a huge price cut. And it was a limited time offer. I think it was launched 3 months back, and it is ending is this 30th April 2022. And this offer is valid for both the existing AIOS members as well as those who want to join. Let us just have an idea what is this new offer is having in store for us. So suppose you are an existing AIOS member and you want to become the FBS AIOS scheme member. Then for the age group with less than 30 years, the current price is 2500, but in this offer, it is reduced to only rupees 499. And suppose you are in the age group between 30 to 35 years of age group, the current price is 4,000. Instead of it, right now the offer is rupees 799. And for the age group 35 to between 40, the current offer is rupees 1599 instead of 8,000. For the age group between 40 to 45, it is only rupees 5999 instead of rupees 30,000. And the good part is even for those who are between 45 to 49, the price is absolutely reduced to merely only 7,999 instead of 40,000. And as Dr. Puresh mentioned, it covers mortality benefit from rupees 20 lakh to 23 lakh. And this, I think, it's a huge help to our colleagues. And this scheme is not only limited to only to the existing AIOS members. We also, the FBS AIOS people have also come up with the offers who want to become the new member. It is only reduced to rupees 299 for the age group less than 30. Not getting change. Okay, here you go. So I think personally, being the secretary of the Ahmedabad Ophthalmological Society, being a young secretary, I would say, I think I would encourage all my members who are watching this present to take benefit of this scheme early, just like Dr. Divyang and our stalwarts have said, because it really is a value for money. I think I have never seen this type of scheme anywhere. And by taking this offer into guidance, we have also come up with our own scheme, and we have also, gathered many of the members. But I think this is a no-brainer if you want to become a part of this FBS AIOS membership. And it's a brilliant thing which has been initiated. Over to you, Rajesh.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark, for telling us about this new scheme. And I would just like to inform you that over the last couple of months, we are running this scheme, and we have added 152 new members to FBS in the last couple of months. And by this month end, this scheme will end. So the next 15 days, we really have to inform all the ophthalmologists that this is a wonderful scheme wherein they can become FBS member. So that is what I will request all the panelists to do. Uh, at this point of time, I would like to have comments from our stalwart, Dr. Ranjit Maniam, sir. Maniar sir has been guiding us over the last few years in FBS, and he has brought a lot of changes, and he has really helped a lot in strengthening FBS AIOS. So what do you think? Where do you see if we, what more we should do, and where do you see FBS AIOS in the near future?
A special onus on the teachers and the seniors who are leaders in the field to motivate the youngsters to join, to convince them, motivate them to join. We have so many young professors, etc., who could motivate their residents to join. That's the first priority, because more the number, the lesser is the contribution or the premium that you will pay, and also greater is the death benefit that your nominee will receive as and when you exit this earth. So this is truly a dynamic scheme where your amount paid increases and your premium goes down. I have not seen a scheme like this anywhere in the world. Second is, there are no hidden costs here. There is no institutional 5%, 7% kept back just for that, like how LIC and the others do. All the money that is collected is given 100% to the nominees. And the paperwork is minimal. The money is wired into the account of the nominee by the treasurer within 7 to 10 days at the maximum. After all the paperwork is complete, we have a 100% payout. So far, nobody has been rejected. And as Anagha has said in the film, and even otherwise, Dr. Vaishali, Gunjan, Sheetal, etc., I'd tell you all to promote this scheme more to the ladies, because we have a disproportionate less representation of ladies who feel that if my husband is looking after the family finances, why should I get into this scheme? Anaga has a special thing to say about that. I'm going to leave that part to her. But every young member who joins the AIOS or who has already joined AIOS, who is less than 40 years of age, deserves to be in this scheme. And we have a window period just now where there is virtually, the cost of one meal in a private hotel or restaurant, just one person's meal at $5.99 or $2.99. In that cost, you are going to be able to join a scheme which is going to be tremendously beneficial to all of you. Rajesh, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. So you were talking about the finances. So I thought let's have some idea about, and let's also inform everyone about the financial aspect of it. So over to Sharat to tell us about whether the benefits that people get from this scheme is, it's taxable, or we don't have to pay tax, and all the relevant things related to finances. Over to you, Sharat.
Yeah, good evening all. You should understand that this family benefit scheme of All India Ophthalmic Society is working on a concept called as mutuality concept. So all the members, we pay some amount to the deceased family. So this is what we do. So there is no tax involved in this. So the amount which is being contributed is going to a family. So the family, whatever the money is receiving, it is not taxable because it's a mutuality concept. That is one part. The second part is the money what you are paying as a FC, that is a fraternity contribution. That amount, that is again, you have to show it as expenses in your accounts. This is regarding the money. But the most important thing, as Dr. Maniar Saab is telling, is whenever we receive an application or whenever we get a information also from any of the colleagues of the deceased doctor or regarding the family. So immediately we have an office in Delhi, and also once we receive the information, immediately we talk to them and then see that the whole thing is will be on process. So we send the applications to fill them up and then get them back and then see that once we receive the application in totally completed, the amount will receive them within a couple of days. Maximum is 1 week. So because everything we are doing online, everything goes online and then approvals, and then we immediately pay. And this money, whatever we are paying, we are collecting after 6 months from the members. So this is a beautiful scheme, and we don't ask any questions except for some legality problems. Apart from that, there is no waiting period. We immediately pay the amount, and the amount what we are paying, that is now 23 lakhs, and the FC amount what we were collecting was 600. So in the future, we are going to increase that 23 lakhs to even more. So the plan we are doing is a very nice plan, and the amount whatever is paid by the members is totally sent to the deceased family. So the expenses whatever the society is incurring is from the interest from the FDRs what we already have. So the executive committee is not paid at all. So everybody is working without any pay except for the one accountant and the 2 people in the office. For them, we are paying their salaries. So this is a beautiful scheme, and then you should really encourage the youngsters, because Rajesh will come again with the different schemes what all we have available, and you should encourage them to join this. And my daughter, who is just doing her post graduation, she has applied for that, and once I think in the general body, she'll get approval for that. She'll be a member of FBS. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sharad. And before
I thought Sharad was so young.
so before we move on to further discussion, I would just like to show some data so that we can initiate some discussion and also some advice from our state representatives. So this is a little bit about information about the different states, I would say. So in Maharashtra state, the AIOS membership is 2919. So that's a huge number, close to 3,000. But the FBS membership is about 1/5 of that, only 20% of those who are AIOS members. Now, I will ask Dr. Kedar Nemivant, who is the state representative of FBS AIOS, to please let us know what all he has thought of doing to improve the data. Dr. Kedar, please.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sir, actually, for this scheme, for a resident, it should be compulsory, and in AIOS also, one special session should be kept for the ABS, so that it will be increase the awareness for all the new members, because many new members are or new residents, they are not aware about this scheme. Because I have inquiries from a few pediatricians, 3-4 pediatricians. They are also ready to join this scheme. They are very much excited about this scheme. But unfortunately, our ophthalmic residents are unaware about it.
Actually, we have been sending mailers, WhatsApp, etc. So I will request the state body and the state representatives to share these mailers, these WhatsApp flyers within their own state society group, and so that we can have increased membership. We have with us Dr. Rajesh Joshi, who is the secretary of Maharashtra state. And Maharashtra state is a very strong and powerful state. So let's have the words from a strong secretary. regarding this. I think whatever data we have, that is there, but we can definitely avail this new scheme and push this new scheme amongst the young members, young joining members, and other AIOS members who are not FBS member within the state, so that we can have more members, and more the membership, better will be the fraternal contribution, better will be the mortality benefits. So definitely it's a win-win situation for all. So Dr. Rajesh, please.
Yeah, looking at the share of Maharashtra, I think it's very meager. 20% is very meager, I suppose. I think apart from awareness, inclination towards the scheme is also important, I suppose. Because knowing the scheme, we should go for the scheme. That is important. And at MOS level, I think we will try to propagate this scheme amongst new members, new joinees, and those who are old members also. So we will try to send mailers or WhatsApp messages among all the members. I think that should benefit most of the members. And apart from that, I appreciate the efforts of AIOS for FBS scheme. In fact, a few things I was also not aware. And it's really a wonderful scheme, and everyone should take advantage of this scheme. I think that's from my side, but I assure you that we will try to do something amongst our members. Definitely.
So that will be great. Actually, it's not that it is not being done. And I remember last year also, Dr. Muscati sir had, had one session in the MOS, the Maharashtra MOSCON, and the efforts are being done, but probably we may have to expedite, and maybe this new scheme can, put in some more enthusiasm amongst the members. Would you have opinion of Muscati sir also on that? Because we may have a session also, but maybe whatever flyers we are whatever we are sending, if you receive, when you receive it, if you can forward it to your own small groups within the state, that will be very useful. Muscati sir?
You see, what happens is that when we send these flyers, just now, because we are sending so many flyers, people say, oh, FBS, and they keep it on the site without reading that there is something new in the flyer. And this new thing is dramatic. The fact that you have reduced the admission fee by 80%, the fact that those who are not members, like your postgraduate students, you can motivate them to join AIOS, and at that same time, for less than 300 rupees extra, they get a bonus entry into FBS. So this sort of thing, as Ranjit Maniam says, and everyone has been saying, if the professors can tell them that this is something new, this is something dramatic, which has never happened before, and which may expire in the next 15 days, or unless something like this is done on a war footing by the professors and by our office bearers of MOS, AGOS, and the Goa Ophthalmic Association, unless this push is done in the next week or 10 days, I am expecting that Rajesh said we've got 152 or 160 odd members from across India in this scheme in the last one and a half months. I expect we should get that many from just our 3 states of the West Zone in the next 15 days. It's not impossible. 150 to 200 new members in the next 15 days. But we need to all put our shoulder to the wheel. Thank you.
True, sir. True, sir. Dr. Taswala wants to say something. Sir.
Yeah, actually, if I had suggested in one of the webinars which Dr. Rajesh Sinha had held, I think it was for the IRSI, that I told you, Baba, let's have it tagged with the AIOS form. This FBS form should be there. They should know.
Jignesh, there are some technical reasons why it's not, because we cannot force people, but our staff calls up people who are joining AIOS. Many of them are very rude to our staff and say, don't talk to us about anything else. We only want to join AIOS. So here we are telling our professors and so don't leave it to the AIOS. Let us tell them that, look, for another 300 rupees, you can become FBS member. 300 rupees you waste even in an Udupi restaurant. Forget a 5-star.
Yeah. This scheme has come just now. Earlier, I was talking about almost a year back, I had given this suggestion to Dr.
I understand, Jignesh. Let's move now with the times, present times.
That is one. Second is, we'll have definitely from our side.
We have incorporated this thing in the AIOS form. we have incorporated this thing that if you want to become FBS member, please tick here. So our staff can contact them. So we can't force. We have tried a lot. We have tried calling members a lot, and then as Maskati sir was telling, many times they are very rude and they just say that stop calling me or else I will complain against you, and they become very rude with the staff. So it is not that simple, sir. Leaders like you, maybe state, if leaders like you, like the president, secretary, Dr. Rajesh Joshi has promised that yes, in the next 15 days they will push. So if leaders like you can push, making use of this new scheme. The new
Dr.
scheme is
Rajesh,
basically
because
meant to
the
encourage
suggestion which
people.
I had done earlier, now I've
Sir.
got another suggestion which would definitely be implementing in letter and spirit. That will be
Sir.
sending mailers and also bulk WhatsApp messages. And we have zonal representatives. So I'm going to give them work. Okay, Baba, all these zones should be covered up. Each individual districts, there are about, each zone has around 6 to 8 districts. Only Vidarbha has got 11. So we want to cover zone wise also and district wise also. So this has to percolate right to the each and every MOS member all over Maharashtra. That we'll be doing it. Don't worry about that. You send me all the details about what you have just told me in a separate mailer. I will be forwarding that, and of course, I'm going to create a nice write-up on this and see that we have maximum members joining in this next 15 days. We'll try a level best.
That's great, sir. That's great. I would also like to share some data about Gujarat state. We have Dr. Jagdish Rana and Dr. Mahendra Thakkar here, the secretary and the treasurer of Gujarat state. And the membership of AIOS is 1420. And 1/3 of them, actually 33%, the percentage is higher in Gujarat. So 33% are members of, more than that.
Yeah, we understand finance better.
Yeah.
We understand finance better.
But sir,
we have to push,
knowing the potential of Gujarat, we would like to have the opinion of both of you, sir. Knowing the potential of Gujarat, we expect higher numbers.
Yeah, definitely we will do and increase the number in coming years.
Sir. Dr. Thakkar, sir, you tell us.
Yeah, we will definitely do the thing and increase the more people should join the FBS now. So we will try our best and push up everybody.
Okay. Dr. Rana, you have a few things in mind you were discussing earlier also. So we would like to have your opinion on this.
So let me tell you one thing. After you have taken the charge of FBS AIOS, you and Dr. Maskati sir, actually this FBS has come really into the charge. So we are getting new and new schemes. We are getting zonal webinars that we have never seen before. So that has given a good force to the enrollment of our FBS AIOS member. And this new scheme of giving 80% discount to the admission fee of FBS AIOS is a really good scheme. I am going to give a mail to all our AGOS members as well as WhatsApp, and I will try to make sure that more and more people, members join our FBS AIOS. Today only I got 10 queries to join the FBS AIOS after getting this mail for the webinar. So their members are very much interested. The failure in our side is we are not teaching them in a proper way. So we will let them know and make them know that this scheme is going to vanish after 15 days. So if they want to join, they have to become members in these 15 days only. So I think more than 50 members who joined from the Gujarat in this 15 days only. So we are going to push them by all means, WhatsApp, text message, webinar, these mailers also. And another two things, one of the member given a query to this FBS member, executive committee, they like a national security scheme of IMA. In that scheme, after 20 or 25 years, they are not asking for the DFC for old members. We have already given a DFC for 25 years because the older the scheme member, they are almost retired with almost limited income. So they suggested in this FBS also we should have a scheme like that. That if the member is more than 20, 25, 30, whatever we decide, if they are given as a DFC, then we should give a relief for giving a DFC, and we should allow them to enjoy the benefit of FBS AIOS. So this is open to all our committee members.
That's a wonderful suggestion, sir. And we have been discussing this scheme about for the last, I think, 6 months or so. And the finances at this point of time, the membership strength at this point of time is not allowing us to do so. We have taken actuaries' suggestions also. So what we, within our executive committee, what we have thought of that let's push for membership, and once we reach a certain number, after that we will be in a position to launch this scheme. So this point, as you are telling, is very much very much being discussed within our executive committee, and all of us are very much into it. Dr. Sharath was also telling this thing earlier in executive committee. So we all have been discussing about it, and we will, hopefully with time we will be in a position to do it. Yes, sir.
Rajesh, by end of the day, this is a numbers game. The IMA has a larger base. We have a smaller base. Once we reach a cutoff point of membership, which is around 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, then all these, what I call them as products, these are different sub-products of the insurance, main insurance thing. All these can and will be introduced. They will be introduced. We are only waiting for a cutoff in the, to reach a cutoff point in our membership drive. कि भाई आज एक जगदीश भाई दादागिरी કરીને 200 મેમ્બર લઈ આવે તો મારું કામ આસાન થઈ જાય. That you are from the land of Amit Shah, Narendra Bhai, Mota Bhai, Nana Bhai. થોડીક તો દાદાગીરી કરો.
So as far as the Gujarat is concerned, I assure you, we will try maximum. And new schemes, I think we should congratulate the new committee also. Last year, your scheme for the young ophthalmologist, now this 80% discount scheme, Zonal Vebira, this is a really wonderful initiative by the new committee. So we should congratulate to this new committee also. And from the Gujarat, we assure you, we will try our maximum.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Can we set up, Jignesh bhai, can we set up a kind of a competition ke bhai, within the next 30 days or next 15 days, let's see who wins here. At least I will personally give a prize to the state president who wins here. Yeah.
Very good.
It will be a substantial prize.
Sure, sir, sure.
I have another suggestion. In fact, not only for Maharashtra, Gujarat, but all over India, we have a tagline or a punchline which is made, which is in all the webinars all over India. That tagline should come down in all the webinars, scientific program, or whatever mailers from AIOS also goes. You can take a permission and put just a tagline. New scheme, highly golden opportunity for the new scheme, 80% discounted at a nominal price. So something of a punchline we need to create, and it should go in the next 15 days all over India. So it will every now and then it's going to hit the brain the moment you open up the webinar page or the PDF file, or it should be seen as the punchline. That is really going to help, because this has to come on a recurring basis for it to work. Otherwise, क्या है, जैसे आ गया side पे रख दिया, people forget.
We have been sending it actually. We have been sending it repeatedly, and we will, the next 15 days, it will be more frequent. It will be more frequent. That I can assure you. And we will make state-specific flyers so that you can, with the secretary and president of the state in that flyer as well, so that the people of that state can relate more flyer. So that we will definitely do, and we'll send it tomorrow itself. And we have Dr. Nindikar, who is from Goa.
Can I just come in?
Yes, we have been we have a small group, and we are limited number of members. So we have been. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So for every small mailer which comes, we are forwarding on that group. And the only issue was that initial joining fees. Now also with this new scheme, that is resolved. So many of the members have shown keen interest in joining the scheme, and I'm hoping that many will join by the end of this month.
Great. That will be wonderful, sir, because we have 71 AIOS members from Goa and we have 12 FBS members. So maybe we can push it to, close to 50 if we can do that. That will be great.
Yes, we a lot of young members who have joined recently. Almost 50% of them are very young.
Yeah.
So we are a bit sort of not very motivated. So hope they will join by the end of this month.
Rajesh, would it be possible for our office to send them the Excel sheets of the, those
We
AIOS
have sent it earlier, sir. We have sent the Excel sheet of FBS member that state and the AIOS member of that state.
And especially age-wise, last 3 years joining youngsters, those would be our real target audience, where our professors, HODs, assistant professors, etc. could do a one-on-one counseling. कि मी सांगतो હું કહું છું તમે join કરો તમારા interest માં છે, something like that.
Okay.
So if those lists you can share with
Yeah. I will do it once again, sir. We had sent it earlier, but I'll send it once again.
Thank you.
We have a few very dynamic ladies with us, and it's really time to listen to them. That why, we have Dr. Vaishali from Aurangabad, who is again a professor in her medical college, and what Muscati was telling, the professors have to take a lead to encourage their junior colleagues to get into FBS. So, ma'am, what is your take on that, and what do you think? Why females, and I would say students as well as females, both aspects you can deal with?
Yeah, surely. Thank you so much, Dr. Rajesh Sinha, sir, for having me here. Actually, this is really an eye-opener. I'm really ashamed that even though I'm an FBS member, I wasn't aware of this new scheme. So my apologies for that. And now I can assure you, I think though today we are celebrating Dr. Ambedkar's Jayanti, but so many women still have the mindset that, okay, finances is all, like my husband will take care of it. But I can assure you, and just now as Mania sir has said, that I have dual role to play as an HOD also and as a Aurangabad Ophthalmic Association's president. I do assure you that I'll promote this scheme, and if not 10 members, at least in the next 15 days, at least 5 members, and I hope more, but I don't promise right now. Maybe on 30th April, I'll have something to say. So I'll surely put up this wonderful scheme to all my residents also, and also my junior colleagues. So this is really wonderful thing. I hope we'll at the end of this month we'll be all happy about it. Thank you.
Thank you. We have Dr. Sheetal from Jalgaon, and I would like to know from you, madam, you became an FBS member, but as you can see, that statistics states that there are very few females who are a part of it. So what prompted you to become a FBS member? And what do you think is the general mindset which needs to be changed as far as the mindset of female ophthalmologists is concerned to become a FBS member?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening to everybody. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell something. Actually, sir, the same what I feel is, as Ure madam has already specified, ki finance part is usually in Indian society, it is like it's a male part and husbands usually look after it. I was also asked by many of my colleagues to join FBS from long time, but I never paid any attention to it. And I think this is a story of all the lady ophthalmologists, what I'm telling now. So in Corona period, when everything was a bit this thing, so I studied a bit about it and I asked my husband to read it. And then he really found that, as we all know, term insurance is the best insurance available. But this FBS AIOS is much better than any term insurance available in this market, because its premium is really very low as compared to any other term insurance. Secondly, few points I would like to highlight about this our scheme is this is by the ophthalmologist and for the ophthalmologist. So definitely it has some emotional issues also. Well, if we are giving some money, it is always for our community. So we are emotionally very satisfied about it. Secondly, as Dr. Kedar has requested, I'll also put forward we should request AIOS to definitely keep an small session for lady ophthalmologists to bring awareness about FBS AIOS so that they can go home, tell their husbands, and more ladies can join. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Definitely we'll request the AIOS for doing more for FBS. And we also have Dr. Gunjan, who is a young ophthalmologist who became FBS member, has become a FBS member just in the last month or so. So I will request her to tell us why she became a member, what was the reason, and what is the general state of awareness amongst the female colleagues, and can you let us know about that?
You can also tell us how easy or difficult it was for you to become an FBS member, because people have this thing also, because there'll be a lot of bottlenecks and it will be very difficult, and we don't get the affidavit and the stamp paper, and 100 rupee, 10 rupee paper is not available. So these are some of the bottlenecks, people don't join. So you joined recently. Tell us your experience of joining also.
Okay. Sir, when you were planning this webinar, no, Rana sir called me that are you member of FBS AIOS? Then I was total blank. I was actually not aware of it. Though many of my teachers, seniors are members, but I wasn't aware of it. When sir called me, I was busy with some exams. So I asked sir that, sir, it is very difficult. It is a long form. Then sir said, you just go through it. And when I go through it was just 10 to 15 minutes task. So becoming member is not so hard. It is very easy. And I wasn't even aware of the benefits, because we are member of that Indian Medical Association Family Benefit Scheme and all, but no association is giving such large amount of remuneration. Second thing is one thing we can suggest that when we have an IMA membership drive, we went to all the medical colleges and we sensitize all the students. So here the problem is that flyers and message and WhatsApp message, many of the people who are busy are not actually reading it. So I think sensitization is important. We can plan some webinar on it, like on live, because now it is offline session. So in any of our conference or any CME, we can keep one session to make people aware of it. And regarding the female, it is our responsibility, and we should create it. And I think we have many strong ladies, and we should break this bias, because this year International Women's Day theme was also that break the bias. So we wish that more number of female members should join this.
That's wonderful. That's a wonderful thing. And based on her suggestion, I will request we have presidents and secretaries of the 3 states, at least from Maharashtra and Gujarat. So we can request them that since we have started now with the physical meetings, so can we have a session in all the conferences that they organize, in the annual conferences basically, and also a couple of standees at some nice location wherein there's good footfall, so that awareness regarding FBS can increase. And we also have been joined by the past General Secretary of BOA, Dr. Swapnesh. And Dr. Swapnesh has really, he initiated some good activities related to FBS in order to promote FBS. So I would like to have his opinion on what he thinks, what all we can do at the state level, particularly in conferences, to promote FBS. Not only to promote FBS, now it's not the correct word, I would say, in order to increase awareness amongst ophthalmologists regarding the benefits of FBS.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. So as rightly put, now that the physical conferences have been started, followed by giving a session or at least talk in all the major CMEs held by the city or the state conferences. We should also have a kiosk where a person who is a part of the FBS AIOS family is actually sitting there with the forms and helping people to fill up the forms, because sensitization is one thing and actually get the people to actually fill up the form and becoming the member is another thing. We have received a lot of response because the MMC has now made the CME credit points compulsory for upgrading and registration. So people do visit these registration desks now more often. Initially, they used to just breeze past and just attend, have dinner and go home. But each and every member now wants his name on that registration desk. And if we have a FBS AIOS kiosk next to it with the standees, somebody helping them to fill up the form and ready to accept the checks or the digital form of payment, whatever it is, then I think the conversion rate of this sensitization is definitely going to go up. So finally, we want the conversion to happen. Sensitization, we are using all the digital platforms. So a physical conversion is now required. And I think it will definitely start with this major AIOS, which is happening. And we should have a kiosk on all 4 days outside major halls.
So that's a wonderful suggestion, Maskati sir. You are a part of the organizing team. If we can have that, because sensitization to conversion, that is the key. That is the most important thing. So if we can have something like that.
Rajesh, at the AIOS, we have made elaborate plans with Dr. Ranjit Maniam that we will be having a booth, we'll be having a kiosk, we'll be having standees, we'll be having, we'll be distributing caps with I am a member of FBS, RU type of thing, which will give free to all FBS members and potential FBS members to wear. So we'll try our best to make it a huge PR opportunity. We're getting more than 5,000 people coming to the AIOS. This is an opportunity which we will not lose.
It will be more than 5,000, sir. We already have crossed the 3,200 registration, and still, close to two months are left. So we are definitely going to have more than 7,000, people over there, ophthalmologists over there. So it will be a great chance.
So we will be going all out. Yeah.
Great. And we have been talking about all these things, but many times, sitting with Manyar sir also in one of the BOA meeting, what I could figure out that young ophthalmologists, they get sensitized, they appreciate, but the conversion is not that. We have one young ophthalmologist who is a member of FBS and very active into it, Dr. Parth Rana. So I would like to have your opinion, Dr. Parth, that what more can we do to, have this sensitization to conversion?
First, I would like to congratulate you all that what work you are doing for the society. Actually, it's not in benefit of you, but it's for total ophthalmic society is getting benefited of this. People just don't know about it. That's the first thing. Second thing, if I'll tell you for young ophthalmologists how it is right now. Like there was one movie just few years ago where Hrithik Roshan used to tell like I'll work for 45 years and then I'll be retiring with this much money and then I'll spend this night. And then Katrina Kaif tells him that how you are sure that whether you will be alive till 45 years or not. And it's the same thing right now. We have seen in this corona first wave, second wave, that young people have died. And the main thing when I'll tell you, when a young person dies, his whole family, like an old person when he dies, his family is almost settled. Like his kids are earning, like everything is happening at his home by his own, whether he's there or not. Like his family will run by himself. But when a young person goes from the family, the main pillar goes there. So many times it's quite difficult. And when something like this happens, we always feel like we should do something for them. Like we can't go at their home and we can't do work for them, but at least we can do something that we can pay them something. At least their family will go on. And this is the scheme what it is doing. Like when someone dies with some bad circumstances, and when I am paying for that, that is one kind of good energy I am feeling, like I am giving something from my pocket, that is something good thing I am doing for the family. and this should be like pushed very well. As Jignesh Taswala sir told, like there should be like kind of with AIOS form, there should be a tick system, or there should be a combined package should be there. Because as I'll tell you, like just few days ago, I have booked a ticket from Make My Trip. Like when my last final payment was there, in that there was one tick button was there. If you want to take a travel insurance, pay 100 rupees more. So that 100 rupees was actually added in that. And when I didn't want to pay for that, I just tick back that I don't want to pay for that. And then final that checking amount was less. So if like I would like to give a suggestion if everyone agrees on that, like if whatever charges are there for AIOS membership, just increase it by 500 rupees or 1000 rupees and give it to complimentary to all. Like whoever, like most of the postgraduates, if they want to present it somewhere or they want to attend a conference for AIOS, they have to be member of AIOS. So most of the people are becoming member of AIOS or their local societies. So make it compulsory, like make it complimentary in one word, like increase the charges. Some particular amount of the charges will be directly given to FBS. And once there is a large community is there in FBS, like जो नए लोग आ रहे हैं, जो वो सारे लोग अगर इसमें बन रहे हैं, तो there will be a thinking like वो बन गया मैं रह गया. Then even older people who are left, they'll be thinking like I need to be there. And one more thing, like what we are doing, like Ahmedabad Ophthalmic Society is also having a similar scheme like this. So when we are paying to like relatives of this person, then it will be there in all the social media platforms, even on like CMEs and all, where everyone is sitting there. At that moment, we have to tell everyone like we are paying on behalf of you people, that this person died and we are giving this money to his relative. On behalf of you people, we are paying them. So there will be a one good kind of positive vibes will be there in everyone, and people would like to join this because it is very noble initiative, I would tell. But people don't know much about it and people don't hear much about it. That's why people don't go for it. But I think if awareness is on this kind of basis, like a session is going on in AIOS, on stage a person, a relative is coming, and there in main hall where all the persons are there, and then this check is getting hand over there. Either it is already given or not, doesn't matter, but they are telling that this is the money of AIOS people, what we are giving it to them. Then I think all of the FBS member will have a positive vibe, and who are not members, they would also like to join it. So this will be my opinion. Otherwise, it's a really great initiative, and I would try to push my juniors into this.
Yeah,
thank you, sir, for
fantastic. Fantastic, Rajesh.
Yeah,
I just tell Dr. Taswala that from what Parth has said, you have your tagline built around the word pillar. Use the word pillar that he used and build your tagline around it. That's my suggestion. But Parth, before we used to do this, we used to physically hand over the check at a ceremony, and then we used to kind of make sure that the zonal representative would do that. Unfortunately, when the e-payment started with the account money going directly into the accounts, that's when this kind of thing stopped. But there is a case to popularize that without embarrassing the recipients. Only those who would be willing to come may be allowed to come on stage to collect an envelope or a check or whatever it is. But yes, there is a case to start that, because that would build awareness. I get your point. It's awareness building.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
very much.
it's awareness, and there's one more thing. It's a positive vibe. Like if I am a member of FBS and if I have paid there, so it is a positive vibe for me that I am helping helping their relatives.
Yeah.
And
Thank
who
you.
are not there, they'll
Very
have
much.
a fear of missing. There will be there.
Opening our minds again. Thank you. Thank you.
And Dr. Parth, for the same reason, we have tried to take feedback from the family members, and they used to send some very good emails, and they have also sent a couple of a few of the their recorded videos also on mobile. So just one or two I will share.
Hi, I am Kalpana Chaudhary, wife of Dr. S.S. Chaudhary, FBS number 757. My husband passed away on 5th May 2021. As a nominee, I have received a sum of rupees 23 lakh from FBS family. I really thank and appreciate Honorable Secretary Dr. Rajesh Sinha and the entire FBS AIOS team for their support. I am grateful and thanks you all. Thanks.
Rajesh Sinha, Mera solved my queries very well. I appreciate his way of working. Thanks. Dr. Vijay Bahadur, FBS number 2164.
So there's some nice emails also that have come up. So these things, I mean, maybe we can request a couple of doctors who's like some ophthalmologist whose father was also ophthalmologist and he died. He received the benefit. Maybe he can come and tell us on stage that what experience he had as far as the mortality by receiving the mortality benefit is concerned. Because we have tried to expedite everything. We have tried to, provide the mortality benefit to the family members as fast as possible, and it goes to their account. So these feedbacks will also encourage people to become members. So that is also one thing based on your, advice. Maybe we can do something like that in some of the meetings. We have also been joined by Dr. Sumit Lahane, who is the secretary of Bombay Ophthalmic Association. So I'll request Dr. Sumit to, Dr. Sumit, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. So, Dr. Sumit, now you are secretary of Bombay Ophthalmic Association. I'll request you to, increase the awareness FBS amongst the ophthalmologists during the BOA meeting. Like we will soon have the BOA annual conference, maybe sometimes in the later half of August or September. So if we can have a session there, if we can have standees there at strategic location at night, even a location wherein the is good, then that will help the members. That will help the ophthalmologists. So, your opinion on that?
Yes, sir, surely. Thank you for the opportunity, first of all. Sir, what you suggested that the awareness should be increased, and as the discussion is going on that we should have a session, standees and everything, we will definitely do that, sir. And we will make them aware. And also when they are taking BOA membership, we will personally make them aware that they should also go ahead with this FBS AIOS membership. Sir, as a, I spoke to my few friends and few PGs, and I made them aware of this thing. And what feedback I got, I would like to share with all due respect to everyone here, sir. So what they told me first of all was they had no idea about this such a good scheme exists. And sir, problem is that they don't know only that this scheme is there. So as sir was saying that it should be made compulsory, I think it will be like along with that we are giving them benefit of this FBS AIOS. They may not understand while taking it, but of course they will realize later on that they have taken this membership very early. So as the sir said that the we should add on the fees of membership, and we give it to them along with the AIOS membership. That will be the best thing, sir, that we can do. Of course, there will be clause and everything. And the second, sir, what people told me is a few documents that have been asked, and people are have lot of inertia to get the documents, sir. Like we have been asking them the AIOS membership certificate. Most of them have lost the AIOS membership certificate, or they don't have at all, or they don't remember when they got it. Secondly, sir, that for notary and everything, people are just lazy, and that's why they are not getting that affidavit made, and they are not submitting the documents. That's what I got the feedback, sir. Like out of 15 I spoke, 11 people told me that making that affidavit mein kaun jayega and all. These are few things that people told me which are making them reluctant to join the scheme despite of they knowing the scheme, and others have no idea at all. That is the thing I got to know, sir.
So one thing I can assure you that they can become a member by just filling up the form and doing the initial whatever minimal payment that they have to do at the scheme. And our staff is there. We have very energetic staff. Anuj Mehra is very good in his work. He will contact these new inducted members, and he will help them to get the all these affidavits and forms, etc., so that that can be facilitated. So that I can assure you. So from your end, if you can encourage your students to become member, they can become member just by filling up the form and doing the payment, and the rest of the things can we can follow up. Our staffs can follow up.
Can I, Sumit, just to add, in Bombay, we have a unique person called Subhash. So just as Subhash on the 10th was the last date for early bird, we had a BOS CME on the 9th.
Yes, sir.
And I pushed Subhash to attend it and to get everyone's of those who couldn't fill up the online, senior citizens and others, to write checks and fill up an offline form. So Subhash brought 20 copies of the offline form, the printed form. Some of them had not brought checks, so he put his own checks there. He attached it and he sent it across so that they would beat the deadline. So there is this gentleman called Subhash who does work in our. So if Sumit, if you can give him a sample copy of the affidavit which is to be made, and tell people who have a difficulty or apathy or lethargy in making the affidavit that this is Subhash's number 9820148846. Ring him up. He will make your affidavit for you. He will do this for you. I think it's worthwhile exploring that.
Surely, sir, we will definitely try this step and make Subhashji a part of it, and then get the people on the board. Sir.
Right.
That's a wonderful. He's a wonderful person that way, and it's a wonderful information given by Maskati sir. We also have with us Dr. Naga Harur, who has been working patiently for FBS, and she has been affiliated for quite long, and she has contributed quite a lot. So, and of course, she's one of the leaders as far as the AIOS is concerned. She is the ARC West Zone member as well. So would like to have your opinion, Dr. Naga, how we can increase the, increase the number of females joining you in FBS.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. Sorry, there could be some background noise because I'm just outside the railway station. Sir, I would like to first thank you for having me here. And as also a member of the women's side of the FBS AIOS executive, I would like to say that today, as if you look at the number of female members of AIOS, I think it would be somewhere around almost 8,800 if I'm not mistaken. But the number of female members who are FBS AIOS members are really very dismally low. And I feel as women leaders, what we should also help and propagate in our in women's associations is that we should not only just leave the decision to our husbands, but we should actually introduce it in our families. And then exactly see, when I became a member, we actually studied how much is the premium, and then we saw that we were paying so much of premium in our other insurance. So one doubt others also may be having is, we already have insurance, so why should I take this again? So why should I take this? So the reason is here because our premium is really very low. Second thing, what I would like to suggest is we have WOS, that is Women's Ophthalmic Society. So we should also do such webinars along with WOS so that we can actually reach out to all the other women ophthalmologists all over the country. Thirdly, sir, my son just got into post-graduation in ophthalmology around 1 or 2 months ago. So this new scheme that has come up is really so fantastic. I would introduce it to him, and then I would ask him to, spread it amongst all the postgraduates and all his friends, so that definitely all the became an AIOS member. He just became an AIOS member last week.
So
And
he can become a
yeah,
FBS member for just rupees 299.
yes, so this will be a really very welcome, and this is a very fantastic kind of scheme. And in
Yes.
fact, this should be done at a very rapid rate because we just have 15 days left. So we have
Today's
very less time left. So
299.
one, sorry, sir.
Another 299 is for those who can't afford. Your son has to pay the full price.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you,
just
Dr.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Dr. Naga. We have a practitioner who is not into these offices, but he has his own perspective. We have Dr. Anil Singh from Ahmednagar, and he has his own perspective of FBS, AIOS, and in relation to this. So let's have his perspective. What all do you think that how FBS is faring now, and what all we should do to make it more vibrant, to make it more friendly to the members?
Hi, very good evening, everyone. Basically, FBS, the fantastic work done by Kures Maskati sir, Rajesh sir, and Manyar sir. I really congratulate them for doing whatever they have done for FBS. As concerned, everybody knows, right, sir? And when I have joined, I have joined a bit late because I was not knowing it. But now what I did when I got to know this scheme, what I did is there are 20 residents which have passed under me from my medical college. So first thing, what I suggest is at least introduce them. What problem is we are learned, right? We are white collar, people say, but we are not well planned financially, right? There we have said there are 5 fingers for 5 fingers of investment. Like one is said FD, then real estate, then share market. But we don't, when you go for insurance, we think of LICs, we think of what more insurance we are giving than term insurance. But we have to explain them. One, how is everybody talked about it. How much the premium, how it is very less in regards to other term insurance plans. And most important is this plan is built by us and it is for our family, right, sir? So what I mean to say is, we have to just, what my suggestion will be absolutely is, at least I have got 10 resident under me. So I can at least force them, not force them, just explain them in a very pretty well, because these are the things you are supposed to do. You take term insurance, you take life insurance, and this life insurance or FBS there is no clause. First of all, there is no clause. The death you'll get. If term insurance, there are so many queries. Are you a smoker? Are you an alcoholic? Are you this thing? There are so many clauses. But in this FBS AIOS plan, there is no clause. Once we have taken the insurance policy, we have to pay the premium for that whatever life we are, and that's very, very less amount. So that's what my point is. We have WhatsApp group, right? I'm attached to around 3-4 ophthalmic WhatsApp group. That may be in Maharashtra, maybe outside Maharashtra too. So my aim is to just convey them. I have been doing it since 3-4 days, last 2 days before I talked to Rajesh sir, and the day I know I got it, the mail, I received all the differences, what difference, like for below 30 years, below 35 years, below 40 years, and below 50 years. I have paid around 40,000 rupees for taking this, and now it is available just for 8,000. So just I have to explain them. See how much less you are paying it, and from next year, this month's amount will be paid by you. And if you calculate it for your life expense, suppose we calculate it for 70 years, this amount going to be pretty less from nearly half of the part of the amount what we pay for a term insurance of 50 lakhs. Right, sir? So this is the way what my suggestion will be, at least whom I know, I will explain them what I know about FBS. And at least if I can convey my message to 20 people, I assure you that personally, I will get you within 15 days, 10 people, at least out of 20 residents, 10 people will join within these 15 days.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. And another difference from any term insurance is that it has an exit scheme that we have introduced a couple of years back. So would like to request Dr. Sharath if you can tell us about the exit scheme, because just for the information of everyone. If,
Yeah, we have two exit schemes, one at 12 years, other one is at 15 years. And this exit schemes, what we have planned is for the people who are there with the family benefit scheme from quite long time and who cannot afford paying this. But these schemes, I don't recommend them because in the future, as Rajesh and as everybody is seeing that the executive committee is coming up with so many schemes and all, the benefits will keep increasing. But still, we are offering this for some people who cannot, who wanted to pay their some bills or some medical expenses or some things. For that, we have created this plan. So in the first, for the 12 years, they want to come out of it. We are giving right now only the benefit for 10 members in 1 year. And that comes to around 4 lakh rupees. And considering in the past, from the very starting from 2004, the money what we have collected is not more than 1.2 or 1.3 lakhs up to now. So the money what we are getting after these so many years with the coverage of almost 23 lakhs is a very high amount. And none of these insurance schemes give this type of exit plan when they want to come out of it. So, and at the same time, after 15 years, if the same person wants to come out of it, the person will be getting around 7.5 lakhs. So, but still in the future, something else is coming up. Like the plan is that if the more numbers join, probably around 8,000 members, if there are the FBS, that is the plan. Like we might even come with a plan that after 25 years, we need not pay at all. So many things are coming up under the chairmanship of Kuresh sir and advisors Ranjit Maniam and Rajiv and the whole executive. And things are going to become a very big benefit. Benefit is going to come to all the members of AIOS. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Sharath. So the basic idea of this scheme was to help senior members who are in need of money for some reason, for the health reason, etc. So we have discussed most of the points, and finally, at the end, I would like to have the opinion of Muscati sir or any other panelists who would like to say something.
Is there anyone else?
No.
Mohak has not spoken, I think. Mohak, would you?
Mohak has spoken.
Rajiv is there?
Rajiv is not there, so probably that's somewhere.
So I think basically to just sum up, this has been a very useful panel discussion, as is the norm in all such webinars. I think we office bearers learn more from you than either the other way around, because whatever information we give you is already available on the web and in the flyers. But the tips that you give us in your talks with youngsters, with juniors, motivates us to tailor make this scheme more and more to make it better and better. And hopefully as time goes by and membership increases, we will increase the benefits to everyone. Fringe benefits like reducing the fraternal contribution from 600 to 550, then maybe 500. Fringe benefits like increasing the death benefit to from 23 lakhs to maybe 50 lakhs, maybe a crore later on. Who knows? The sky is the limit. We get everything vetted with the actuaries, which is a useful thing, so that we are not being over generous and we don't want to land ourselves in a financial hole. We've got a lot of you people from Gujarat to see that that doesn't happen. But I really thank all of you all for the suggestions you give. Rajesh, myself, Sharath, Ranjit, we learned so much from these webinars. So it's really been a pleasure to interact with all of you. Thank you.
And it's going to be Divyang.
Jagdish has to say something. Jagdish has raised his hand.
Yeah, Dr. Rana wants to say something.
Yes. One small suggestion. I think we should explain our members, AIOS member, and we should promote it as a, we are the, to become a member of FBS is not to get something back, but it is to help our colleague in case there is any misfortunate event. So this is helping our members' family rather than getting back the money. So I think that is a emotional point we should promote more rather than getting back. We are giving 23 lakh, 24 lakh. That is more not more important. Rather than more important is we are helping our member or our friend's family.
True.
Because
That's it.
let me tell you one small incident. One of my friends at the age of 48, 49, he got an accident, and in a misfortunate accident, he was dead. So at that time, his elder son was in the first year of a BDS. Younger son was in fourth or fifth standard, and wife was a household. So there was no source of income. So at that time, I appealed my batchmate, and we collected about 10 or 15 lakh of cash amount, and we did a FD, and we handed over a DD of that FD to that family. So from there, I also got the idea of a same scheme introducing in our Ahmedabad society. So I think we should promote this type of incidents that we are helping the family. Rather not, we should not have motto of getting our money back. So
Very
that will
true.
help.
Very true, sir. And before we conclude, I would just like to show to you a flyer that we have sent recently, and that is about the. Oh, I'm sorry.
Good evening.
What is this? It was basically related to the fraternal contribution that has been reduced, that has been cut down by 10%. So we had just now sent a mailer, and basically it's because of the response by the members, response by the AIOS members. More and more members have joined in over the last couple of months, and we reached to that number wherein at that point wherein we were in a position to reduce the fraternal contribution by 10%. So that has been done, and so this also can be used to encourage more and more AIOS members to join FBS, because we have been telling this thing that more the members, lesser will be the contribution, but this time we have been able to do it.
Walking the talk.
Yeah, what we used to say earlier, we used to keep, we were telling people that more will be the membership, lesser will be the contribution. So this time we have been able to do it. We have cut down the fraternal contribution by 10%. And of course, as earlier also, Miyar sir and Muscati sir and everyone has been telling that, the more the membership, we will have chance to cut down the fraternal contribution more. And plus, we will be in a position to increase the benefit, mortality benefit also. That can also increase from 23 to 25, 30, etc. So, anything
Yeah,
is,
Rajesh, can I say?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, just a suggestion is, if you have a comparable chart of the term insurance of the other companies where we stand, and if you can share that with the members, they'll understand at what level we are giving this such a discounted price. So they'll readily agree to get into this. So if you have a comparable chart made, it's fine. Otherwise, we can make one with the insurance companies, especially term insurance and all. That'll be very nice way of trying to put across our point very nicely.
Sure. We have made a chart. We had discussed it earlier also. We had presented it earlier also in one of the webinars, but we will update it, and then we'll get back to you with the chart. Yeah, Parth.
Sir, it is very great discussion, and like one thing I'd like to tell, like there are two fronts on which we can do something. Like one is the financial thing, what we have already told, and another thing is a kind of emotional thing, like what we can encourage everyone, and we should make something like how voting is made. Like it's our responsibility for our country and for our family. The same thing, like we should promote FBS as a for our society and as well as for our family, it is our responsibility that we have to do. And if someone is not doing, it should like they will feel something that they are doing something wrong. Like when we are not voting, we'll have something in negative in our mind. We should promote it as something like that. That it is your duty to enroll in this. Then I think more people will be there in this. So both the fronts we have to push.
We have a film to that effect with Anaga and Kure starring in it.
Sir,
And it's an 8-minute film which I'll request Rajesh to share with all the members. We also have smaller clips made, which are like 60 seconds, 40 seconds, which you can send as a WhatsApp message also. And it's beautifully made. Suresh has done well. Anaga also has done well. And it's a good film on FBS.
I think Anaga.
Sir, yeah, just one more thing, sir, I wanted to say. When I was going through the comparison with other insurance schemes also, one thing which I had found is that there is no upper age limit. Like, for example, there are some insurances where at the age of 90 and all that, they don't give. Whereas in FBS AIOS, there is no upper age limit. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember.
That's very true. Right. That's true.
Yes. So this is something which is not there in any other scheme.
So that comparison is there. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell. Na? I have a
covered
chart.
for life. You're covered for life.
That is going to make a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ultimately, Jignesh, it will boil down to Jignesh versus Divyang.
चाबी मारो जी यार करिए
Divyang,
sir, please. Right,
okay. So it was a wonderful discussion, and we got feedback from so many young ophthalmologists. We had some female representatives as well, and so many perspectives we could discuss. So it was a very fruitful discussion, and the idea is to increase awareness amongst everyone through this webinar, and also by our mailers. We want to increase awareness. Still, we are lacking somewhere. Then maybe our our panelists, our
Rajesh, maybe you need to thank IPCA also for some.
Yeah, we'll do that, sir. And elected representatives, I'll request them to, forward the flyers to their own separate WhatsApp group so that the awareness can increase. So all these things have to be done. So I would like to thank you all for joining today.
Rajesh, one more suggestion. Continue this WhatsApp group and put all things what you have just spoken on this, so we can start forwarding in the other groups. Don't dissolve this group that we have just created, na?
Okay.
For this webinar. I think it's going to go a long way to help you also and help us any suggestions coming up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry.
And of course, in the end, I would like to thank our chairperson, Maskati sir, and of course our team, the team of FBS, the IT team led by Bageshwar, and staff Anuj Mehra, who of course who are the two pillars actually of FBS, Anuj and Bageshwar. So I would like to thank them, and of course, as our chairperson had reminded me, I would not forget to thank IPCA for their support for this webinar. So thank you very much. Thanks to all.
Good night, all.
Very good night to all of you.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you so much.